Hello, we are Chatademic, and this is our final presentation. We have Josiah Little, Dongha So, Darren Mitchell, and myself, Pravina Pippin. For our final requirements versus initial, for a user to have access to this program, they are required to have a computer and internet access. However, for the admins, we use a JDBC connector, so that has to be installed properly to be able to connect to the database, as well as it should be starting on an AWS server. A feature that we did not have time to get to or implement was the admin. However, if we were given more time and if there wasn't a limitation on how many hours we can access our AWS, then it will be more flush out. This is the comparison between initial timeline and final. For both sprint 1 and 2, we were successful in terms of creating database and the connectivity to the database, user interface, login functionality, chat room functionality, security implementations, and testing units. However, for the final timeline on sprint 3, we were not able to implement the admin functions and interest-based feature. The admin functions we were gonna get into was assigning role to different user and having the ability to create their own chat room or a new chat room that basic user can join.
This semester, we had planned for 3 different sets of features. Those features would include the user's experience, the admin experience and controls, and an interest-based feature. As the semester went on and we continued evaluating our project during every sprint, calculating what we would be able to finish and what we would not. About midway through the semester, we realized how much work we wanted to put into our user features, and the basic functionalities of a chat room in itself was a lot to accomplish. That being said, we decided we only be able to complete the user experience and the functionality of the chat room in itself. This included having a user account and being able to log in, while some chat room features we were able to accomplish were searching for a chat room, joining a chat room, sending and the ability to read new chats, and being able to view all the chat rooms a user was a part of, along with the other users in that chat room. One of the features we did not get to was the interest-based feature, which would recommend certain chat rooms based on a user's inputted interest, and while the basics of this feature were laid out and can be seen in the database, the function was not completed. Although given a longer period of time, this feature would have been a great addition to our project. As for our software evaluation, we did write all of our source code in Java, along with using an AWS database and connecting the two with a JDBC connector. Java was a central language that we all knew, so that decision worked well for our team. And while not all of our team was familiar with the JDBC connector, one of our teammates which helped out a tremendous amount. We coded this project in a way that the source code could be reused easily without having any dependency issues, although we do believe there could be some more effort put into having the GUI and the system logic separated into their own classes. Our main goal for this semester was for our project to be functional and resemble our project idea. Our goal for the time frame of a semester was met in our eyes, but given a larger time frame, we would have definitely expanded on our classes and had some additional features appearing in our source code as well. Security-wise, our code was also pretty simple to implement, but effective and did its job. Instead of trying to create our own encryption scheme, we used an AES encryption with the use of some built-in Java libraries, such as Java Crypto. This was also something new to the team and was a good chance to learn some new software tricks dealing with security and what Java has to offer. Lastly, for testing, we implemented JUnit for function testing and connectivity testing to our database. To further our testing strategy software-wise, we also added some tests to look for memory leakage and also run some static analysis. We did these two things by running our project through a debugging process to aid in checking for memory leakage, and added PMD as a Java static analyzer tool. And now I'll be sending it to Dongha for what needs to be done.
In this semester, we were able to get the basic functions up and running in a stable environment. Basic functions such as login, security with encryptions, joining chat rooms, and search ups connected with the database, and etc. were implemented on the program. But if we have more time, our project should add more functions such as user roles, administrative accounts, different authorities based on the user's role, a better search function, and the interest feature we had wanted to implement. User roles will be student and teacher. In current status, the student role is completed. For the teacher role, teachers' authorities such as creating new chat rooms, deleting message in a chat room, and kicking out a student from the chat room will be added. Administrator accounts which can give roles to users with the same authorities as the teacher role will be added. Better search functions will be done as well if we have more time. Functions like recommending chat rooms on users, search chat room names with typo, and etc. The spring period was too short for us to implement all of the characteristics we were expecting for Chatademic. However, we are proud to see the outcome of our Capstone project.
Hello, my name is Josiah Little. This is a demonstration run of the Chatademic program for Code of Duty's Capstone project. First things first, I want to do a little setup run. I recommend using IntelliJ when running this, as that's how we have our folders laid out specifically to work with IntelliJ output, source, and the tests. And then secondly, we have a MySQL database connector, the JDBC, and you can set that up by going into Project Settings, Modules, and then dependencies, making sure it's connected here and clicking apply. That's all checked, so everything works. So I'll go ahead and run our main, and it will bring us to the login page. We will start off with user UT3 or UT333. So this is user's 3 account ID, and their password is password3 with a capital P. Press login. You can see we have this outputted, so this is the encrypted password that is checked to the database, and if that is correct, it will output information that we needed at the time related to the user that will go into UI, and it will bring us to the base UI of the program. So you can see search and the chat list that the user is currently in. So if we click one of these chats, it will bring us to the chat list and show the users that are currently in the chat. So let's send a message here. This is from a demonstration run. Send this message, and it will send that to the database. So from UT333, our account, the date, which is the 26th of April, 2022, and the text that we sent. This is from a demonstration run. You can also see example chat 2. Here is all the users in example chat 2. We can go back. You can see our message is still there. This is all from the database, and this is example chat. We can send this, and we can check it from another user. So let's say this was sent from UT333, and press send, and there we go. The message was sent. So let's also take a look at the search function. Say, for example, we enter test, press search. You can see that it shows the test chats that are available. There's only 5 chats. We have test chat 1, 2, and 3, and example chat 1 and 2. Of course, you can be named anything, whatever the chat name wants to be, but just for our demonstration run of the program, this is what we have. You can see a chat room will show you the category of this course, the category of the chat. So this one will be computer science. This one is physics. That is completely customizable. It'll show you the creator of the chat, their user ID, and a short description of the chat room, which can be set when it is created. If we go ahead and join a chat, so let's join test chat 1, you can see that it will be removed from the search category, and now we can click it here. So this is the test chat 1. You can see our user was added since we just joined. So this is another chat where everybody is in. This was sent from a previous recording, but we can send another one. So you go, hey, this is from the better demonstration recording. Press send, and there you go. You can see again, date's correct, everything's correct. There's your text. Again, search functions works like this. It will search for anything that has what you searched in it. So let's say we search chat. You can see test chat and also example chat. And these, again, only show the chat rooms that the user has not joined. It will not show a chat room that the user is already in. And there's all the information for that. So we can take a look. This is a message that we sent. Here's another one. We can go ahead and check it from another user. So let's close this and run it again. And this time we'll log in from a different user. So this time let's log in with JML116. The password for this one is password1 with a lowercase p. Okay, so now you can see the chats that this user is in. You can see they're different from the previous user. I can join here and I can see the messages that were sent. This is from the better demonstration. And then the example chat, this message was sent from UT333. And I can reply, awesome. And there we go. And again, if I search, you can see all the different chats that this user is not in. And let's say, let's join test chat 2. There we go. Here's test chat 2. And that is the basic roundup of our currently implemented functionality. So we have logging in with an encrypted password. We have sending messages, reading messages, searching for chat rooms, and making sure that chat rooms can't be joined twice, causing any errors, and then also joining a chat room being a function. That is what we were able to get done with everything involved. We had some limitations with our database because we're using the free version of Amazon AWS. We're trying not to go over our limits, get charged. So this is the best way we view to implement everything here. We were not able to complete admin privileges, such as like creating chat rooms, but everything is set up so that can be ready. And we were not able to set up a recommendation system based on course description, but as you can see by the search, that is in the database and ready to be implemented. Users also have, along with their profile, a interest category that they can fill out. So whenever, if given more time, that could be fleshed out more, but at the moment, that is what we have for our program.